join me in welcoming Superintendent Dr. Maria Karstafen, at-large Seat 9 and Board Chair, Mr. Jason Estevez, Educational District 6 Board Member and Board Vice Chair, Ms. Ishay Collins, Educational District 1 Board Member, Ms. Leslie Grant, Educational District 2 Board Member, Mr. Byron Amos, Educational District 3 Board Member, Ms. Michelle Olympiadis, Educational District 4 Board Member, Ms. Nancy Meister, Educational District 5 Board Member, Ms. Erica Mitchell, At-Large Seat 7 Board Member, Ms. Candace Wood Jackson, At-Large Seat 8 Board Member, Ms. Cynthia Briscoe Brown, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. David Jernigan, Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Lisa Bracken, Chief Accountability and Information Officer, Mr. Bill Carich, Chief Human Resources Officer, Ms. Sky Duckett, Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Larry Hoskins, Chief Engagement Officer, Ms. Angela King-Smith, Special Assistant to the Superintendent, Ms. Erica Long, General Counsel, Mr. Glenn Brock, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Dan Sims, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Danielle Battle, Associate Superintendent, Ms. Yolanda Brown, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Emily Massey, Associate Superintendent, Mr. Tommy Usher, Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Dr. Olivine Roberts, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Ms. Tammy Workman, and Executive Director for Office of Innovation, Ms. Gail Burnett. Ladies and gentlemen, your Superintendent, Board of Education, and District leaders welcome you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Grady community. Welcome to the 2018 commencement exercise for Henry W. Grady High School. We would like to ask you to please stand or remain standing and join the Henry W. Grady High School JROTC for the presentation of the colors. Thank you. Please be seated. We now invite Mr. Aaron Burris, the Class of 2018 Executive Student Government Association President, to offer words of welcome on behalf of the graduating class.
Greetings and humble salutations. I am Aaron Burris, Executive Student Body President, as well as Mr. Grady High, and I welcome you on behalf of the 70th graduating class of Henry W. Grady High School. First off, I would like to acknowledge all of APS leadership here today. Would you please stand to be recognized? I want to take a moment to thank all of Grady's faculty and staff for helping us strive past our goals and achieve our dreams. Also, I would like to thank our parents, families, and friends for being our support system. Commencement represents the pinnacle of everything we've worked so hard for. The class of 2018 is something extraordinary. In front of you, we have future doctors, fashion designers, architects, politicians, engineers, and the list goes on. This group of students right here is going to change the world, and you heard it here first, and I firmly believe that. Grady High is having friends we'll keep for the rest of our lives, and that means we really are all we got. Grady Class of 2018, remember, you'll win some and you'll lose some, but it doesn't matter as long as the outcome is income. Congratulations.
Thank you, Aaron, for your inspiring words. Good afternoon. I'm Betsy Bachman, principal of Henry W. Grady High School. I would like to welcome all parents and guests to our commencement ceremony. We are very pleased and honored to have everyone with us this afternoon. We have many people here today who have helped the class of 2018 reach this milestone. First of all, I will ask the Grady High School's past and present faculty, staff, counselors, assistant principals, and our cluster principals would stand to be recognized. We appreciate the hard work you do to lay solid foundations and perpetually transform lives. We also want to thank our district administrators and our school board for their work in ensuring our success. Please stand and remain standing as you are acknowledged. Dr. Dan Sims, Associate Superintendent of High Schools, and Dr. Maria Karstarfin, Superintendent of Schools for the Atlanta Public School System, and the School Board of the Atlanta Public Schools. Thank you. Today, it is my honor to introduce our Superintendent of Atlanta Public Schools, Dr. Maria Joel Karstarfin. A graduate of the Harvard Graduate School of Education and a native of Selma, Alabama, she is in her 4th year as the district superintendent and brings an impressive record in transformative educational leadership with nearly 25 years of education and experience in diverse major metropolitan public school districts. Under her leadership, the Atlanta Public Schools graduation rates have reached 77%, an 18 percentage point increase during her tenure. She credits the hardworking students on this stage, our families, and our educators for this dramatic improvement. Dr. Karstarfin is passionate about leading Atlanta Public Schools and living its mission every day for students to be ready for college and career. Please welcome Dr. Karstarfin. So after Aaron Burris sings, we will hear from our esteemed superintendent, Dr. Karstarfin. Aaron?
It feels so good to make it this far, and I didn't think I could be so strong. There were days I wanted to quit, and I said, surely this is it, but I held on. And I've watched as so-called friends turn and walked away. And it hurt so much, I didn't have no words to say. But even when my days turn to night and nothing seems just right, I'm so thankful for this time. And for this time, I'm so thankful for every victory in life I've seen, and all the moments I know all my friends have helped It may not be all that I'd hoped for, and every dream has not yet been realized, but to be in this place today, oh, I know it's all gonna be worth it. Hey, so I'm thankful for this time, for this time. I'm so thankful for every victory in life I've seen, and the moments that I know my friends, they kept me. So I'm thankful for this time.
For this time and for the last 4 years, I am thankful for the Henry W. Grady graduating class of 2018. GK, GK! GK, GK! Welcome as we celebrate this day, Graduation Day, the day that we are living the Atlanta Public Schools mission to ensure that our students are graduating ready for college and career. As I look at each one of you in your splendid red, I can't help but get nostalgic and a little emotional. I knew I should have put this at the end of the speech because I was going to get choked up. In case you didn't know, this class was my inaugural class. 4 years ago, when you were little baby ninth graders, I was your baby superintendent starting in Atlanta Public Schools. And Grady High School is my neighborhood school. And I spent a ton of time trying to understand Atlanta Public Schools, and it was these students who helped me navigate a very complex organization. They talked me through everything from school cafeteria food, to how to increase the rigor in high school, to how to play football and catch a punt. I could go on, but I love this class, and I'm gonna miss you like crazy. And I know that you deserve all the credit for all the hard work you've done, but I want you to know there are many people who have been behind the scenes while we were trying to turn around Atlanta Public Schools and make it the kind of school system that you could be proud of, that would respect you as a student. They are, many of them, our elected officials. I just have to shout out our board chair, Jason Estevez, Vice Chair Ishay Collins, your school board representative, Leslie Grant, Cynthia Briscoe Brown, your at-large, Erica Mitchell and Michelle Olympiadis. They were all with me while we were changing and cleaning up policies and practices so that the rigor that you deserve, so you can have a choice-filled life and get into the colleges and jobs that you should earn, we were all there behind the scenes, and there were other people too. Your teachers, give them a shout out. Your friends and your relatives, and most importantly, your parents and caregivers. Now, one of the longest tenured principals in our district is the Grady High School principal. Give it up for Betsy Bachman. And at every turn, this ninth grade cohort at every year did nothing but lay down the achievements in academics, arts, citizenship, and athletics. And I want to tell you a little bit about it. But this is a really important year. If you were here earlier, you would have seen the video about all the great titans of business and entertainment, science, sports, and law and education who graduated from Atlanta Public Schools. This marks the 50th anniversary of the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who graduated from Atlanta Public Schools. And I challenge this class to keep inspiring. You inspired me, inspire the rest of the world. So who was there when arts and literature needed challenging? The then Grady educated Bronte Woodward, who adapted the screenplay for the movie Grease, and Academy Award nominated actor Anthony Roberts. Who's next? They're sitting in this class. In fashion, your prom queen. Please stand. Lila White and your prom king, Graham Williams, who are already the next generation of designers. In visual arts, Magda, whose work was accepted at Georgia State University's Invitational Art Exhibition, and all the students on the Grady art team, please stand. They won second place in state competition this year, and Grady High School was voted best high school in Atlanta, celebrating photography and an all-metro exhibition. GKGK! And in music, the Grady Orchestra seniors earned superior ratings at the National Orchestra Festival, and that choir, the seniors who sang the national anthem. GKGK! In language, Callie, Veronica, and Nina all won the National Classical Etymology exam for their expertise in language. GKGK! And in media, the seniors who served on the Southerner newspaper. They are hard-hitting reporters. I want to shout out Zoe, who covered me as the superintendent in the State of the District. GKGK! And who was there when sports barriers needed to be broken? Grady educated Damian Swan, who played for the Saints, and Earthwind Moreland, who's a coach, played for the New England Patriots. Who's next? The Grady Boys Ultimate Frisbee team, winning Georgia State Championship last month and are going to nationals in Illinois. The boys and girls cross country team won their regional championship. The boys track team won region for this season. And the all-region football team, number 4, Craig, number 1, Keelan, number 40, Cameron, number 7, Juwan, number 45, Colby, number 56, Peter, number 6, Chucky, and number 21, Davion. And no sports season is complete without those who cheer and dance and march them to victory. Senior cheerleaders, Amani, London, Ogechi, and Jariel. Royal Elegance Dance Team, Tiana, Amaria, and Genesis, and all of the singers in the marching band. GKGK! And who needed rethinking in business and industry? A revolutionary thinker, the Grady educated Truett Cathy, who gave the world Chick-fil-A. Who's gonna be next? Your valedictorian and star student, Hannah, who is also a National Merit finalist along with Anya and Alexandra. In scholarship, we also salute the salutatorian, Robert, Posse Scholar, Sophia, and GSU Presidential Scholarship winner, Hannah. Your classmate, Anderson, received awards at the Georgia Science and Engineering Fair. And the G3 Robotics First Team won the state championship and went to Houston to compete for the World Championship. GKGK! And who was there when the world needed a bold voice for social justice? The then educated Yolanda King, the daughter of the civil rights icon Martin Luther King Jr. Who's next? Alex and Robert. Please stand. Durham, Alex and Robert. Recognized for their outstanding work in the social studies fair called The High Road, an analysis of the suppliers of the United States illicit drug trade. They won first place and advanced to the state social studies fair. GKGK! The moot court team, Ronaldo, Jacob, Royal, and Hannah won 2 of the 10 Best Speaker Awards at the Duke University National High School Moot Court Competition. And in debate, these kids are no joke. They are called the Grady Jesters, but they won their 9th, count them 9th, varsity state tournament. GKGK. And in citizenship, I'd like to recognize all of the seniors who participated in such a respectful way in the National School Walkout to protest gun violence. Please stand. GKGK. When the world needs new leaders, when the world needs activists, when the world needs entrepreneurship, when the world needs record-breaking athletes and award-winning entertainers, look no further than the class of 2018 graduating from Grady High School. So I say to you, my little 2014 cohort babies, now seniors graduating as a class of 2018, on behalf of Atlanta Public Schools, with enormous pride, I say to you, congratulations and good luck. I love you and I will miss you.
Thank you, Dr. Karstarfin. Grady High School began in 1947 when Boys High, the first public school in Atlanta, combined with Tech High and opened as a coeducational institution. The alumni of Boys High annually award scholarships to students here at Grady. This year's scholarship is for $20,000 divided over 4 years. This year's recipient is Kalkadon Kasahun. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Let's give the Boys High alumni a round of applause. The class of 2018 is an extraordinary class. Even though you'll find many student accolades throughout your program, we want to take a special moment to recognize some of our graduates' outstanding accomplishments. Graduates, please stand as we recognize you. We have 115 graduates who scored 1,100 or better on the SAT, and 124 graduates who scored 21 or better on the ACT. Please stand. You may be seated. We have 8 graduates who received recognition through the Governor's Honors Program. Please stand. You may be seated. We have 85 graduates eligible for Georgia's Zell Miller Scholarship. Please stand. You may be seated. We have 128 graduates with GPAs of 90 or higher, which makes them eligible for membership in the National Honor Society. Please stand. You may be seated. We have 54 graduates who will be receiving college credit through the dual enrollment program. Please stand. You may be seated. The Atlanta College and Career Academy is proud to announce that we have 2 students who successfully completed the requirements for a technical college certificate from Atlanta Technical College. Please stand. You may be seated. We have 1 Posse Scholar, Sophia Rivard. Please stand. You may be seated. We have 3 National Merit Scholars, Anna Lomsadze, Alexandra Upsall, and Hannah Prausnitz-Weinbaum. You may be seated. The Seal of Biliteracy is a new diploma seal approved by state law last year. Georgia is now one of over 30 states with this diploma seal that will be recognized by colleges, universities, and employers. This will be the first year that it will be awarded to graduating seniors in the state of Georgia. We have 7 graduates who received the Seal of Biliteracy. Please stand. You may be seated. We have 70 graduates who qualified for the Achieve Atlanta Scholarship. Please stand. You may be seated. We are very proud to recognize 93 members of the class who have met all academic requirements for Georgia's Hope Scholarship. Please stand to be recognized. You may be seated. The total amount of scholarships and grants awarded to students in the class of 2018 is $17,794,226. Graduates who are receiving scholarships and grants, please stand. You may be seated. The following awards were identified by the Atlanta Public Schools Athletic Division and were presented earlier by the Coca-Cola Company. These awards are not listed in the program, but we wish to acknowledge them. Audience, please hold your applause until after the last name is called. Graduates, please stand and remain standing when your name is called. Craig Philpott, Golden Helmet Award. Miles Pearlstein, APS Fine Arts Awards. Walden Jones, Scholar Athlete Award. Terrence Harvey, Scholar Athlete Award. Mutnajmet Fleming Debnam, Athletic Achievement Award, and Terrence Harvey, Athletic Achievement Award. You may be seated. Now I will introduce 2 outstanding graduates who are ranked the highest in the class. These 2 individuals have exhibited self-discipline, hard work, and a constant pursuit of excellence. Today they are being awarded the distinction of salutatorian and valedictorian. I am pleased and honored to present to you Robert Weimar, the salutatorian of the class of 2018. Robert, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, Robert. You may be seated. And now I'm pleased to introduce the graduate with the highest grade point average in the class of 2018, who also traditionally gives a commencement speech. The class of 2018's valedictorian is Hannah Prausnitz-Weinbaum. Welcome her as she comes.
I was overwhelmed. Grady High School seemed like a giant maze, and I kept getting lost in the building. I walked up this freshman staircase that led to nothing. I couldn't figure out where the C100 hall was, and why were there lockers everywhere that no one used? It was a jumble of classes, clubs, and so many people. I wasn't really sure where I fit into the bewildering puzzle of Grady, so I decided to join a few clubs and figure it out. Well, a lot of clubs, probably too many. One of those clubs was robotics, which I decided to join because I like math. But it sounded kind of nerdy, and I wasn't sure it would be the right fit. A lot of afternoons, I would wait outside the door to the robotics shop feeling conflicted, like I didn't really belong. My first impression of Grady ended up being so wrong, and I found my community in robotics. Over time, I got more and more comfortable in the robotics shop until it was home. The shop became a place to have fun and learn new things. I worked alongside students and mentors who love engineering, just like I do. Now, maybe I just stuck with robotics because the bathrooms in the robotics shop are the only ones with locking doors and soap and paper towels, but I think the community and fun people kept me around. Finding a community is easy at Grady. Grady is full of people from all kinds of backgrounds, and everyone's accepting of people different from them. Between robotics, chorus, sports teams, JROTC, and about 100 other extracurriculars, every student can find a place here. I ultimately had to give up my middle school goal of being a cool kid, which honestly never would have worked, and try out being a nerdy kid instead. But the funny thing is, being unique and passionate about something, whatever that is what's cool at Grady. And that's what made it easy for me to fit in. Now it's time for the next step. In some ways, it's a relief to now have an answer when people ask, "What are you doing after high school?" instead of a sinking feeling. But the world outside Grady will be new and different. Some of us will move far away from Atlanta. Some of us will stay in Atlanta but do something that feels very different from high school. Though it's different for each of us, this next step will bring challenges, and we will feel overwhelmed at first. But we have all had one experience that will help us navigate the real world, and that's navigating Grady High School. We all eventually found our way around. We stopped going up the freshman staircase, we realized the C100 hall just doesn't exist, and we figured out that the lockers all over the place weren't used because everyone just carries their bags. We all found our place here, and we can do it again, no matter how big and scary the real world may seem. Thanks to Dr. Karstarfin, Dr. Bachman, our fantastic teachers, administrators, and families, and of course the supportive student body at Grady, we are well prepared to take the next step, out of Grady and into the rest of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. I would like to point out that there is a special group that gives abundant support, not only to Grady High School, but especially to you, the class of 2018. They are a reason why you are here today. Graduates, please stand and give a resounding ovation to celebrate your parents, guardians, family members, and friends. Thank you. Candidates for graduation, please stand. Dr. Karstarfin, as principal of Henry W. Grady High School, I hereby certify that these candidates for graduation have completed all of the requirements for the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Public School System and are now eligible to receive their diplomas. Audience members, please hold your applause until after all diplomas have been conferred. Graduates, please be seated. With us today from Atlanta Public Schools are our esteemed school board members. They will be given the honor of assisting us in presenting the diplomas to the graduating class of 2018.
And now, the moment of truth. Ms. Holland, the registrar, will now finally call the class of 2018.
Jacob Christian Badgett. Drew Ono Mera. Jariel Marie Taylor. Viola Mina Fruth. Sophia Grace Rivard. Soraya Vasquez. Kendall Grayson Stroud. Grace Carter Simler. Brooke Loren Hudgens. Aiden Asan Golston. Catherine Klein Earls. Robert Turner Weimar. Hannah Gail Prausnitz Weinbaum. Aaron Joshua Seth Burris. Morgan Elizabeth Watkins. Cameron Baycoat Boone. Trinity Love Cooks. Chloe Tyler Blake. Samaria Ronia Campbell. Amani Renee Watkins. Tyler Grace Hunt. Drew Reese Nicole Menifee. Nadia Ramey. Destiny Ellis. Ohades Berenice Anacasio Villanueva. Shania Janae Howard. Maya Muhammad. Magdalena Gabriela Dimitrescu. Michelle Vasquez Gallardo. Sydney Beecroft. Stephanie Guadalupe Canaro. Empress Abyssinia Taitu Jones Eubanks. Tristan Astuni Hickox. Sanjita Khanam. Kiana Ariana McKenzie. Deja Monet Williams. Desiree Nicole Williams. Bailey Charmaine Hollis. Antonique Cheyenne Gray. Kiera Nikisia Martin. Summer Abbas Geba. Sarah Abbas Geba. Allie Catherine Bomberger Bertosa. Lena Quinn Denton. Sarah Ferguson. Kalkadan Kasahun. Amaria Marie Land. Kamora Raquel Bass. Grace Maria Hudson. Hannah Alexis Mendoza. Inichi Brichet Parker. Isabella Angel Romaine. Tempe Mariah Stewart. Anna Lee Zintak. Eva Marie Arnold. Callie Taylor Shelfont. Jordan Nzinga Howard. Caitlin Lynette Yvonne Jones. Elizabeth Dozier Lansing. Amaya Simone Shelton. Deja Nicole Swanigan Trice. Genesis Ane Williams. Shamaria Elise Dill. Zoe Elaine Herbert. Dejanique Lenaria Keith. Emma K. Myers. Jayla Zaire Pittman. Eve Arlene Robinson. Sienna Elizabeth Sokol. Vanessa Sunar. Tappan Park Wood. Michaela Kennedy McCammon. Nichelle Shamantrian Minder. Zayana Newton. Deontay Cornelius Reed. Arayla Lael Simpson. Leah Alette Walker. Reagan Lola Johnson. Alexis Zakiah Freeman. Nina Ruth Hannaford. Walden Lanier Jones. Nicholas Vastakis Oldenwelder. Kamal Siddiqui. Asila Abdul Haq. Alicia Monet Carlisle. Alyssa Simone West. Jasmine Cruz Barella. Ilea Belinda Hill. Tiana Monet Jones Armstrong. Diana Marquita LeBron. Royale Nicole Malone. Reese Daisy McMillan. Gabriela Esvea Jackson Pais. Rachel Hosanna Price. Jacqueline Hamilton. Naya Victoria Taylor Harris. Lauren Ashley Van Atta. Lauren Elise Beatty. Quinn Toscana Cowden. Katara Renee Dillard. Emma Catherine Green. Casey Anaya Harris. Julia Ann Hudson. Yasmin Koyan McWay. Riley Ann Burton O'Donnell. Grace Elizabeth Schneider. Somalia Lee. Lucy Darling Rice. Catherine Tiffany Weeks. Madison Elena Blanton. Maxwell Burrell Ruff. Eve Elizabeth Edema. Charisma Sade Jones. Claire Margaret Matthews. Jasenia Anais Owens. Mia Santos. Ellen Bloomfield Weiner. Caroline Sophia Carson. Deron Shadrack Crooms. Albert Jalen Lewis Ware. Peter Michael Bowden. Cameron John Campbell. Amari Sky Denmark. Evan Jadon Heath. Brianna Michaela Jackson. Anna Lomzaze. Zoe Faith Madlam. Cameron Elizabeth Newton. Jacob Anthony Perkinson. Noah Scott Timms. Cameron Lamar Lee Phelps. Haley Aaliyah Hills. Faith Alexandria Jones. Sejin Kim. Zoe Caitlin Nichols. Jada Monet Ragland. Derek Anton Maceo Seals. Nina Catherine Stern. Sean Patrick Sweeney. Rebecca Elizabeth Thompson. Liliana Bell Chandler. Mackenzie Jolie Finn. Julian Lee Ingram. Campbell Carolyn Pear. Parker Coley Killenberg. Jordan Vale Killenberg. Roshni Renata Rayo. Nicholas Grant Simon Brecky. Sarah Elizabeth Slutsker. James Ramsey Holiday Bryan. Chucky Dallas II. Ruben Armando Sanchez Munoz. Kamora Jordan Stevens Davis. Stacy Elise Stewart. London Hendricks Jenkins. Evan Darrell Coleman. Chandler Ann Morris. Terry Donald Nichols. Kaylin Niambi Roy. Callie Elizabeth Tweet. Mateo Garcia. Ronaldo Antonio Wilson. Simone Elise Anisette. Emily Lindstrom. Alexandra Bruette Upsall. Craig DeJuan Philpott. Parker Egan Persons. Avery Marie Welty Green. Edwin Somer Bell. Patrick James Robert Collins. Nicholas Tyrese O'Shea Gentry. Terrence Orville Harvey. Jalen Deshaun Smith. Destiny Marie Campbell. Lila Elizabeth White. Janae Knight Streeter. Vianney Amari Oliver. Daniel Cole Karimi. Alonzo Jalen Maxwell Price. Rockwell Andrew Thelman Cerebo. Branton James Barnes. Veronica Michelle Skelton. James Culbertson Dusenbury. Matnachment Unk Iman Murray Fleming Debman. Claire Ashlyn Hendry. Ireland Marie Priest. Lucy Catherine Myatt. Olivia Rose Padber. Judson Graham Williams. Zachary William Hubert. Anthony Jarrell Glover. Benjamin Edward Hall. Leon Adolphus May. Merritt Maximilian Nevins. Michael Antonio King. John Patrick Cooper. Devon Christopher Hall Smith. Samuel Phipps Epstein. Christian Caleb McLean. Rachel Catherine Hassan. Anaya Emma Anderson. Grace Naomi Clark. Alexander Hagan Durham. Ashia Hill. Amir Mackay Wright. Hunter Gabriel Maddox. Joseph Knox Norman. Clifford Soro. Devon James Thomason. Jonathan Kashan Atkinson. Dante Deshaun Bailey Jr. Ash Sullivan. Dewan Calvin Washington. Joshua Chance Bailey. Colby Ashton Williams. Nafez Zobi. Louis Joe Camelli. Sho Delore Dixon. Cameron Bonicelli Johnson. London Charnay Maddox. Jacob Winshower Solomon. Benjamin Robert Taylor. Janie Day Walker. Darius Aaron Crump Jr. Jaden Alexander Graham. Manuel Ignacio Navarrete. Aiden Amani Kaduma. Corey Robert Dillard. Jacob Clifford Dillard. Cole Atwood Cumbus. Ashton Hobart Edmedes. Jack Allen Hudson. Jackson Thomas Makovic. Jan Cameron Morrison. Charles Andrew Toole. Maxwell Scott Warnke. Flynn Malloy Kelly. Jarrett Malik Moon. Judah Sundiata Gervin. Gavin Alexander Bakos. Justin Tyler Todd Comer. Malik Jermaine Mahoney. John Christian Martin. Miles Elliott Pearlstein. Jackson Connor Rafferty. Miles James Pierre. Henry Yates Smalley. Colin Abbott Thomason. Caleb Yeager Weinstock. Carl Anders Alexander Weston. Tyrese Umis. Reed Hobart Barry. Andre Dominique Cannon. Colleen McCall Griffin. Luke Levins. Luke Alexander Pengelly. Randall Allen Schwartz II. Demontre Jaquavius Claiborne. Akil Russ. Maxwell Benjamin Winner. Olivia Mae Hopper. Malika Hightower. Keelan Deshawn Felton. DeQuavius Martez Patillo. Avery Jacob Wishner Pope. Jack Benjamin Weatherby. Ramon Benning Jr. Jesse Alexander Johnson. Dylan Lawrence Turner. Raymond Leonard Belisle. Joshua Caleb Jacobs. Anderson Willis Thrasher. Samuel Zachary Benatar. Alexander Sean Langen. Joshua Xavier Partridge. Taj Detreville. Cedric Wright. Antoine Steele.
Class of 2018, one more minute. Class of 2018, your principal, Dr. Bachman, has verified that you have completed all the requirements set forth for the graduation by the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education. By the power vested in me by the Atlanta Board of Education, I hereby certify you as graduates of the class of 2018.
Now, our valedictorian and salutatorian will come forward to lead the class in the tassel turning ceremony. Class of 2018, prepare now to go forth and farewell.